Fine, High Star fam. I just sprayed water all over the place. Today, I'm drinking blue water. So, when I was in practitioner training, first year of practitioner training, one of the key things that we learned, maybe it was more throughout the scope, because practitioner training, Agape licensed spiritual practitioner training, is a 4-year process. There's 2 years of pre-prac, that's what we call it, pre-practitioner training, and there is 2 years of actual practitioner training. And I got through 3 years. I took a sabbatical after Prac 1, and I will be returning to Prac 2 at some point. And so that setup is to explain that one of the key things that we learn in practitioner training is that all healing is self-healing. All prayer is self-prayer. All of these energy wielding modalities that we learn throughout the course, anybody who is a practitioner of any sort, whether it be Reiki or you're a master prayer, or master practitioner, whatever it is, whatever your modality is, and also being mindful that we are all practitioners, we're all practicing something. But any modality that you choose in your journey is a self-elevation practice. I know I'm saying flowery words, but just vibe with me. So if you understand that all healing is self-healing, so when you are, say you are laying hands on somebody, there is a shift that goes on within you that you happen to relay, and it expands into whoever you were praying for or laying hands on, or whatever the case. The key being here, and we talked about this maybe briefly, is that we are the communication device. And without going so super deep into this, because this is not meant to be a class per se. So while I was in meditation earlier, I host Stop, Drop, and Meditate, hold a Sangha for us, hold the space, hold vigil for us. And I invite, it's a live thing on Facebook Live, and I invite folks to come in if they want. You can sit for as long as you want. The gist is I'm holding the space, and I'm creating the field. I'm holding the field within myself, and inviting others to come and be a part of that field. And you can sit and you can vibe 5 minutes, 20 minutes, the whole hour, whatever you're into. And so while I was in meditation today, specifically, I was reminded of this book called Zero Limits by Joe Vitale. And he's talking about this practitioner by the name of Dr. Hugh Len. He was a therapist. I want to say he's a psychologist or a psychiatrist. But he was invited to work at a Hawaiian mental illness hospital. I'm going to say it's a mental illness hospital in Hawaii. And he is infamous for having healed the whole ward that he was in charge of without actually ever seeing patients in person. Now, I know I have plenty of friends who are therapists. I have plenty of friends who are in the mental health space. And so I'm not taking anything away from the work that they do. I am simply here relaying information about this ancient practice that Dr. Hugh Len practiced during his time. I think he's still alive. So so it was Hawaii State Hospital, and he worked there for 3 years. And the ward where they kept the criminally insane and the dangerous people who are really, really struggling with being on this planet in their minds and actions. So what ended up happening, and I guess I'll just give you the Cliff's Notes. What ended up happening is Dr. Hugh Len practiced this modality called Ho'oponopono. And it's an ancient practice, from what I understand. And you may have heard of it, where you essentially say, I apologize, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And the idea behind this is that, and I'm going to read it. Dr. Hugh Len explained that total responsibility for your life means that everything in your life, simply because it is in your life, is your responsibility. In a literal sense, the entire world is your creation. He said, I was simply, by saying, I apologize, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I was simply cleaning the part of me that I shared with them. That whatever he was doing within himself actually caused the people around him to change. And he also said that this is the truth. If you take complete responsibility for your life, then everything that you see, hear, taste, touch, or in any way experience is your responsibility, because it is your life. I said that. And that means the terrorists, the president, the economy, anything you experience and don't like is up to you to heal. They don't exist, in a manner of speaking, except as projections from inside you. The problem isn't with them, it's with you. And to change them, you have to change yourself. Now, I know how that sounds. It sounds like things that happen in your life is your fault. And people who act redonkulous is your fault. And blaming the victim, right? And this is one of the things that is most interesting and complicated to understand when you're talking about the more subtle ways of dealing with the world. But energy wielders, this may not be for you if you ain't ready, and it's fine, but energy wielders understand, spiritual practitioners understand that we are all connected, that there's only one of us here. We're all unique expressions of the great creator, right? And so we're all connected in some way. And so what I see in you, what I experience with you is something within me that I'm mirroring back to myself. And if you think about it, if you're having a really funky day and you go out into the world, you will experience funky things happening in your experience, because you're projecting back to you how you're feeling. If you're having a really spectacular day and you're, going out and you're having spectacular time and you just vibing, you will reflect that back to you in your experience. And there's more to it than that. But I wanted to bring into the field, that's what Spirit is inspiring me to do today for this video, is to bring into the field that we are not powerless. And for those of us who may have some spiritual practitioner training, might have some energy wielding training, maybe something that we can commit to do is holding vigil, not only for ourselves, but holding vigil on a consistent basis every day for the world we want to live in, a kind and just society that works for everyone. If there's somebody that is annoying you, I can think of some people, hold the space, and maybe do a little research on what Ho'oponopono is if you have not already, and send some intentional, I apologize, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, connecting to the part of ourselves that is also a part of that person, because we're all connected. That's the one key thing I want you to get here. We're all connected. Even the people you don't like, even the people you do like, even the people that are on some effery. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. And remembering that you're not doing anything to them. You're not healing them. You're healing the part of yourself that is also connected to them. You are looking at everything you experience as a mirror of something that is going on within you. And you are getting curious about what that thing is. And you're looking at that thing and you're sitting with that thing. And you're not, I want to say you're apologizing to yourself, but you're apologizing to the part of yourself that is also connected to the great creator. And you're apologizing to the part of yourself that needs that healing, that is craving that healing, wanting that healing, that can heal that healing. So key takeaways here. All forgiveness is self-forgiveness. All prayer is self-prayer. All healing is self-healing. And there is a practitioner level practice that you can do that is simple. I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Some people say I'm sorry. I have worked my way out of saying I am sorry. I say I apologize. So whatever floats your particular boat is what you can try. And this is something you can try. When you're seeing things in the news that are, I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just say it over and over and over again. When you see somebody doing something wackadoodle, I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And whatever it is and whoever it is, and just recognize that you're not changing them. You're changing yourself. You're not healing them. You're healing yourself. You're not saving them. You're saving yourself. And putting that energy of, it might not be my fault, but it is my responsibility. Yes? Cool. I love you. I'll see you next time.